This is Niklas from Crywolf Studios, and I'm going to show you how to add localization support to your Unity game with Smart Localization. You can start by opening up the editor window and press Create New Localization System. And a new folder structure called Smart Localization Language will be created in your project folder. Microsoft Translator is supported, so if you want to get that working, you'll just have to create a Microsoft Translator account and paste it into the editor window and press Authenticate. We're going to start by editing our root language file. This is where all our keys and base values for our localization system are created. In this window, you can search, add and delete your key values. So I'm just going to add 3 new keys along with 3 different base values so that we'll have something to test with. And don't forget to save your root language file if you made any changes. Back in our main editor window, I'm going to create 3 new languages: English, French and Spanish. To create a new language, you'll just select the language you want from the drop-down menu and press Create Language. I'm going to start by editing English. And since all my base values already are in English, I'm just going to press Copy All Base Values and press Save. If you have your Microsoft Translator account authenticated, a drop-down menu will appear if you can translate to that language. And that lets you choose which language to translate from. And all you have to do is press Translate All keys and press Save. And I'm going to do the same with French. If you want to translate a single value, all you have to do is to press the T button next to the value text field. Now I'm going to show how to get these values from code. So I've created an empty script in my project folder, and I'm going to start with creating a reference to my language manager. In my onGUI method, I'm going to create 3 new labels containing the values from the keys we created in the editor window. Then I'm going to create a button for each available language in our system. To do that, I'm going to get a list in my language manager called Available Languages Culture Info. The Culture Info class is available in the system.globalization namespace. I'm going to add a using statement at the top of my class. I'm going to use the native name property in the Culture Info as label on my buttons. If the user pressed the button, I'm going to change the language to that specific language using the change language method in my language manager. So let's see how this looks. And as you can see, our 3 sentences are there, as well as the buttons for all the languages. And if you press a button, the language will change. If you want to detect your system language and load that as the default language, you just have to use the function in the language manager called getSystemLanguage. To see if a language is supported by the localization system, you can use the method isLanguageSupported and pass in the system language string. And if it is, you can just change the language. My system language is set on Swedish, so the language system will still load English. So I'm just going to create Swedish real quick. And I'm going to translate all my values from English using Microsoft Translator. And now Swedish is loaded as default language and a new language button is shown as an available language. Thank you for watching.